All right, I just finished the first book in the Licanius Trilogy, The Shadow of What Was Lost. This video is brought to you by this backflip. Okay, so I don't have a whole lot to say in this first video, but I will give some thoughts on how I felt about it. I am going to go directly into book 2, and if it goes well, I'll go into book 3. Book 2 being an echo of things to come. And overall, I am very positive on this first book. It does a number of things very, very well. Now, I will say, if you go into this book, the writing isn't overly flowery or purple. You know, this isn't a Stephen Donaldson or Gene Wolfe or Stephen Erickson or Tolkien or that kind of thing. And that's not a bad thing, but it's more like a Sanderson or a J.K. Rowling or a John Gwynne or something where you're just getting the writing. And even though there are some powerful moments and things, it's not like every single line is just this poetic, eloquent sort of thing. But the story's still great. What it does have going for it, which I think also someone like Brandon Sanderson and some other good plotters have, is the strength in the plotting. I do, when you're thrown into this, you can tell there's this much larger war that has been happening for thousands of years, and it's almost like put on hold until a few factors can be set into place. There are prophecies, there are these augur types who can kind of they have these dreams and they send off these dreams, and if a couple people have the same dream at the same time, the people, their scribes will basically consider that prophecy confirmed, and that's going to happen. And a lot of these things have happened. There's no more augurs in the land, but we're waiting for some. And there's magic has been really suppressed since this war that happened like 15 years ago. There are some rules on magic users. And anyway, as we're going through this, we have a magic school and characters that don't even know how important they are. So we've seen this sort of thing in the past, but we'll run into a number of people who will talk as if, they'll talk amongst each other as if they know something that we or the main characters just don't know quite yet. And so only because I trust what people have said about books 2 and 3 and that it doesn't just, lose itself by books 2 and 3, but that it's been very plotted and foreshadowed even in book 1. I trust it moving forward, and I'm in. I'm in. Now, on its own, it wasn't like the most amazing book, but it was engaging. The characters are interesting, and I like the setup that it has, that it is, that it has given it. And I read it quite quickly. I just read it this week, and I usually, I've been reading quicker these days since this, I've gotten more free time because of some, I do these other shows and things, and that's done. And so thank goodness I have some extra time. This was cool. Let me know if you've read this. Let me know if you are going to pick this up at one point. I thought it was fantastic. And I can't wait to see what's next. I've held off on book 2 of the Hierarchy Trilogy. I don't know if it's a trilogy. That'd be cool if it was, but it might be more. I love The Will of the Many, and he wrote, because I love The Will of the Many, I've been waiting to go to this, and I wanted to get to a completed trilogy. And so far, I'm pleased with what we got. Now, if you were going into this the first time not knowing, if this had just come out, and I think it was self-published first, but if it had just come out, I don't know if I would have been so high on it, because it seems like just a lot of things happen and he's just throwing stuff at the wall sometimes. But again, because I trust the people who have said that it is plotted out well, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna go right into the second book, and I might have more to say, or by the end of the trilogy, and I'm gonna read it quickly. I'll let you know. I'll let you know how it goes. But so far, so good. I thought it was great, and even though it wasn't this flowery thing, it had some powerful moments, and I am invested. So talk to you guys later.